Hey there, Board Game Maniacs. Thank you for joining us for another episode of the theme month for HellBoy, the board game by Mantic Games. And as if you watched the first video, just to let you know, we're kind of changing it up a bit. We have a different case file, and Brady, you picked a new character, correct? Don't tell them what it is yet. I'll go in close for that. And I somewhat picked a new character, I guess. You'll see that too as well.
It's a different character card.
Yes, but you'll see it in a minute. And remember, we are playing with the Kickstarter edition. You can see there the huge box, and everything is set out. We already have the board set up and so forth. We'll go in a closer look, read the details, talk about the case file, the characters we have, the requisition cards that we picked, and so on and so on. And hopefully, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, you've been warned. Hopefully, we'll actually win this game. If not, we just try a different one, and if we don't win that one, we try another one, and we just keep playing it. So in either case, let's go and take a look at it, the case file and everything else. Looking at the BRPD case file number 315497, the Cold Shoulder. Ooh, the Alpine foothills are home to a number of Catholicists, many of which were occupied by the Nazis in World War II. We know that Ragnarok project took up residence in at least one, but there could be others that we involved in occult research, that were involved in cult research. They might still be, in fact. Uh-oh. Are you listening to this, Brady?
Yep.
All right. Sure enough, we started hearing strange stories about one in particular, not far from the Bavarian border. Local villages have been reporting massive power outages despite having typically well-maintained infrastructure. Couple that with stories of strange objects in the night sky, and, well, we want you to check it out. We're not sure what you're going to find, so best gear up and expect the worst. The challenge rating is a medium, and the duration is medium. So Brady, we have to check out this these village in by the Bavarian border where they're having all these unexpected power outages and stuff in the sky. It sounds like space aliens, possibly. Yeah. We will not know. But on the back of this, you read that and they flip it over, and it tells you how to set up the board. You can see the board there. The encounter cards, and the deck of doom cards that you pick out. Now, one thing I want to point out here is this part right here. See if the camera get in focus. There we go. Depending on agent's use. Now, there's some deck of doom cards that have tokens like this, or token icons like this on the card. So you pull those cards out, as well as like the magnifying glass, the yellow lightning strike, I guess, and the music note. But these are just all like ruined symbols, but they're not actually like music notes and lightning strikes and everything else. But anyhow, that is how you set this up, and I'll show you right now what the board actually looks like. This is the board, how it's set up. So you can see it's a little more elaborate setup than the last game that we played. And also, just a reminder, these doors are not from the Kickstarter edition or the core box. This is from a different game altogether, but I just use them to give a little more three-dimensional to the board. And you can see here with their characters. Here's HellBoy, but this is Horned HellBoy, and I'm going to be playing him. So like I said, I have a different character, kind of, but Brady has a totally different character. And this character's name is Lobster Johnson.
Yes.
And he's actually, you can see him in the comic books. This is kind of like HellBoy's idol, I guess you could say. But also he's in the new HellBoy movie, the newest one that came out. Not the one with Ron Perlman, but I can't remember the actor's name. But in either case, it was a good movie. Ron Perlman's movies were good too as well. We're looking at Lobster Johnson's card. Now, Brady, do you want to talk about a little bit about what he does?
This is Lobster Johnson.
What's your
As you can tell, he likes lobsters.
There's another reason why it's called Lobster Johnson. But anyhow,
his fight is orange, his shoot is orange, his examine is orange, and his defense is yellow.
Okay, so he's got weak shields.
Yeah.
But still, like, I don't think that's going to play too much of a important thing. You know, again, he has some special abilities. You don't have to read them all, but just read the titles of his special rules.
So, Unearthly Insight. So basically, whenever someone rolls a skull in his area, they get to re-roll it.
Which is really good.
And a Legend in Death. If Lobster Johnson basically gets knocked out, he rolls an orange die at the end phase, and if he rolls a 2, he gets back up with all of his wounds and injuries gone.
Really? So if you roll a 2, he heals completely?
Completely.
Wow. Alright, and there's also Vengeance. What's that say?
It's basically when I'm rolling Defend, and I get one of the wild symbols, or the BRPD symbols, the person that attacks me takes 2 damage.
Alright, and you can see here for unique actions, it's a Mark of Claw, Hail of Lead, and Mysterious Exit. We are not going to go over those. You'll see them during the game. And the starting cards are the Lobster Goggles and Paired Pistol, which we will also go over during the game. But you have some requisition cards that you picked too as well.
I picked a Warding Talisman and a Lucky Charm.
And the Warding Talisman is 3 and the Lucky Charm is 1. And we'll go over that as the game progresses. And you can see Horned HellBoy's card. He has special rules of Boom, Fire Resistant, and Shake It Off. He also has Follow Up, the Big Right Hook, and Throw Furniture. Not much difference than the other HellBoy, just a little bit. And you can see his fight is red, his range is yellow. He's got, for his insight, is orange, and his shield is orange too as well. And his requisition cards here: Armor Piercing Ammo, Lucky Charm, the Iron Shoes, and Field Dressing. I'm not going to go over those. We'll see that during the game. HellBoy's pistol is always the same, and also Deep Pockets. And that is it. So you can see everything is set up. And also too, as well as when we flip this over, it says this card, place in the encounter. And then you see one here, which is case number 315497. It's still continuing on with that same case number. Put an insight marker on every every even number space on the information gather track. Put a reaction marker on this card and its matching trigger marker on the following space on the impending doom track. Determine the number of agents. So we are playing with 2 agents, so it's space X, which is 10. If the impending doom marker reaches the trigger marker, or if all the agents are knocked out at the same time, skip to the end phase. Flip this card at the end of the phase. Move this card to the in-play area along with the card beneath it. Do not look at that card. Keep it under this one. Discard both cards if the confrontation begins. So there's another card underneath this, but I don't know what it is. I didn't look at it, and I don't want to look at it because that would be cheating. And we're also going to look at this here one, which is put this card in play and put a marker cube on the space marked with X below. Advance the marker. Each time an agent uses a range or a grenade weapon. Each time an enemy with a military tag makes a range attack. Once for each Inferno on the board at the start of the end phase. So we put it at the X here. And there's a special symbol here, and it tells us at the bottom, if the marker hits the special symbol space, spawn a minion C and a minion D in the starting area, and immediately move the marker to the space marked Y below. So goes there, we spawn and put it there. If this marker hits the backwards K space, it cannot advance any further. From now on, at the end of each explore action, all minions that were placed during that action activate immediately as though it were the enemy phase. So that's going to be pretty bad. And you can see we have the information track. We have this all lined up. We have the trigger marker there. We have the Deck of Doom set up. And we have HellBoy's in the front because he has a threat level of 10. And what does Lobster Boy have? Lobster Johnson, but 8. So he's a little bit behind. And we see these. And then these are the minions. It told us what to set up. We had a Nazi Rifleman, a Nazi Knife Fighter, Nazi Gunner, and a Nazi Officer. And all of them had these all little special attacks, which we will go over as we encounter them. Whew, that was a long take there, Brady. A lot of stuff to explain, but we are ready to play now. So let's go to it and start the battling. Alright, we're all set up, and I'm using a little bit of my tripod table, my table tripod, or what did you call it? Table pod?
Table pod.
Table pod. It's just a little bit of difference here instead of just a constant moving. I'm probably going to be switching back and forth.
You could call it a TP.
Just don't hit the table, Brady, when it's on here.
What?
Alright, so you said you wanted to go first. I'm more than happy to let Lobster McGee go first.
It's Lobster Johnson. Get it right.
I know, but anyhow. So you're doing a free Explorer, correct? Yeah. So we're going to take this and flip it over. And we have Scenery 2, Minion C, blank, and a clue. So we will populate that and we will be back to show you what it all is. There we go. So Brady, or Lobster McGee, aka Lobster Johnson.
Stop calling him Lobster McGee. Like, jeez.
Has done the free Explorer action. We flipped over, so we have a scenery token here, number 2. We have a clue token, which kind of fitting there because it is the dead Nazi. Focus. There you go. You can see him there. And here we have the very, very dangerous Nazi machine gunner. Now, with the Nazi machine gunner, it's movement of 2, resilience of 1, so he's got low health. Low resilience, I said, instead of health, but health of 5, range of 4, range attack of 8, and melee attack of 3. He also has a special ability which is called Hail of Bullets. When this enemy makes a range attack, it targets the visible area that contains the most agents. Use target priority if necessary. And targets each agent in the area. Any agent that suffers damage is stunned. So it targets each agent, not just one, but all of them in the same area. So we have to try to get rid of that rotten Nazi gunner before anything happens, and because it's pretty scary. So Brady, you have your 3 action cubes. What are you going to do with the first one with Lobster Johnson?
I want to ask you something. I can probably take it out this turn, but we would spawn 2 minions in our area. Would you be okay with that?
Why would it spawn 2 minions in our area?
Because every time I shoot, it goes up.
Oh, that's right, because we have to with the counter.
Do you want me? Is that okay with you?
We're going to have to do it regardless,
okay.
Unless you want to move up there and try to punch him.
No.
Because if you spend an action to move, and then do a melee attack, and then what you don't do, then HellBoy will go and do it too as well. Or do you want me to go in and do a melee attack first?
So, the first thing I'm doing is spending 1 action cube to use Mark of the Claw.
And what does that tell you?
Put the action cube on an enemy in your... Oh, it's in your area.
Okay. So that's not going to work. So do you want me to go first with HellBoy so I can walk up and punch him in the face?
Because I could use an ability called Hail Love where I use 3 shoot actions for 2 action cubes.
But it's got to be in your area.
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
It's just shoot actions.
Yeah, but do we really want to start adding more minions to the board at the beginning of the game?
Yeah, but their melee is pretty weak. This is going to activate anyway.
Yeah, that's why we should go out and punch him. Because his melee is... His resilience is so weak, we could probably kill him with just pounding on him.
Well, do you want me to shoot?
I don't think we should shoot at all. It's up to you. It's your turn. I'm just giving you advice. I think we should just go out and start pounding him.
Well, first I'm going to do this.
And what are you doing?
I'm activating the Lobster's Goggles.
And what does it do?
Upgrade 1 die and I'll shoot and examine tests. Downgrade,
shoot and examine tests. And that takes 1 action cube to activate it?
I can just do it whenever.
But don't say you
nope.
want to... Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
But it downgraded die on all fight and defend tests. Flip this card for free at the start of any agent phase. So, I'm going to shoot at him.
You're not going to just go to ground and pound?
I'm not good with punching, and my defense
That's
is
why I
yellow.
said if you let HellBoy go first, because he's got red for punching.
Alright, well then him go
No,
first.
if you go right ahead, you can shoot him once. If you kill him, great. Hold on a second here. We're going to show the dice box. I just forgot we were recording. Hang on. All right, Brady. Roll away. Oh yeah, you got like that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So
He's dead.
8. He got a resilience of 1. You take 1 off.
And he has 7. And
that
that's 7.
machine gun, the Nazi machine gunner, is Cadado. All right, Brady, that was a good shot. You killed, and now we got to figure out what Lobster Boy here is going to do next. Lobster Boy, you're spending an action cube to go up to the clue.
And then gonna spend one more action cube to interact.
So now your insight or your interaction is 3 orange.
But I get an upgrade because I have my goggles.
That's right. So you get 2 orange and 1 red, and you get your blue die too as well. And let's go to the dice box and see what you do for that. Okay, Brady, roll the dice.
Oh, yeah.
So you got 2. What's the blue one? You
Skull.
covered it. A skull. So you take away.
But when I roll a skull, when making a test, I get to re-roll it because I have the warding talisman.
So you get to re-roll. So you can re-roll them too.
3, 4, 5. So the information gathered goes up 1.
Yep.
And we get rid of the clue.
So it goes up 1, and the clue is discarded. The information track goes up by 1. If Brady rolled a 6 or higher, that would advance to 2. So this is gone. This clue token is picked off. And did you use all of your action markers now?
Yep.
Okay. So for HellBoy,
What's HellBoy gonna do?
I don't know. I'm thinking HellBoy's just going to spend 1 action cube to move his 2 spaces. Now, there's a choice. Do we want to go this way? It's kind of off camera a bit. Just wait till I adjust the camera slightly there. Ooh, wait. Just got to loosen it up so that I can move this. Camera's going to shake a bit, everybody. Apologize. There we go. Okay. So HellBoy has a choice here. He can go this way or this way, but we want to try to stick together because we all know from our game that we played last time, if we separate, there are going to be some pretty bad...
And plus, on top of that, if you stay there and there's enemies in there, you only have 2 action cubes to get rid of them. If you don't, they'll attack you.
I know. So we have to pick. Do we want to do this door or do we want to do that door? What do you think, Brady?
I think we should make our way this way.
This way?
Yeah.
Over the brick? The green brick or blue brick? Yeah, let's do the free explore action there. Why not? So,
it's a small corridor too.
Right. So there's only 2, but it could overpopulate. So free explore action, and we have minion C, clue, minion B, and 4 is blank, but it says damp problems. Infernos cannot be placed in this room. That's okay. So we'll populate this, and we'll be back to show you what it looks like. HellBoy has a difficult decision here to make. So Brady and I were discussing this off camera, and if he stays here to shoot, and don't kill him, he has a really devastating range attack. Now he has a devastating melee attack, but his melee is a little weaker, so I'm thinking what HellBoy is going to do is spend another action cube. You can see right there. And he is going to move into the space like so. And now he is going to attack at the knife guy. Now, because there's an enemy in the same zone, he has to downgrade one of his dice, unfortunately. So he's going to get 2 red and 1 orange. And I'm just wondering if maybe, because that's HellBoy's 3 actions, because he moved up here for 1 action. He did a free explore. Then he moved again for his 2nd action. Now it's his 3rd action cube to fight. I'm just wondering what I should do. Before I do anything, I'm just going to use HellBoy's card, which is Deep Pockets.
Doesn't that cost an action point?
Nope. It says Deep Pockets. Flip this card during the Hazing Phase to draw from the bottom of the requisition deck until you find a grenade or bullets or a 4-leaf clover card. Keep it and return any others to the deck. So I'm gonna go to the requisition card.
Draw from the bottom.
Draw from the bottom. And it is
it a bullet?
Blasting Charge.
Is it a bullet grenade? No, it's not. Is it a grenade?
No, it don't have a grenade.
So you can't use it, so it goes back.
Spend an action to flip this card and put it in your agent's current area. Yeah, so I can't use that one, so I grabbed the other one. Oh, this is a stun grenade, so this here is definitely a grenade one. And it tells you, range weapon, do not make a shoot test. Instead, each character in the target area is stunned. Discard after use. That's not a bad thing. So I'm going to put that into my HellBoy's backpack, and then I flip over to Deep Pockets, and it says, dig for something useful. Discard during the Aging Phase to draw the bottom card from the requisition deck. Keep it if it is a grenade, bullets, or lucky card. Otherwise, return it to the deck.
You want to use it again?
No, it tells me to flip this.
Yeah, I know.
It does the same thing. You can't use it twice. It just means that it's done. So I did get the stun grenade, so that's not too bad. Now, I can use it now, and I can...
you can't because you're in the same zone with enemies and it's considered a range attack.
A shoot test, make a shoot test. Yeah, but it's going to be another shoot thing, so I don't want to do that. But anyhow, I did that. Now I'm going to try to punch the heck out of the Nazi knife fighter. So let's go to the dice box and check that out. Here goes. Come on, baby. Okay, I got 2 hits, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. And what is his resilience?
His resilience is 1. He's dead.
How many health does he have?
4.
4. So I definitely killed that knife fighter. Blah, 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 blah. HellBoy, Horned HellBoy just killed it. Oh, he punched the 2 of them out. Anyhow, it's supposed to be... Oh.
Well, I guess the machine gunner's dead as well.
Yeah, I wish. But he is gone. The Nazi knife fighter is dead-o. And that was HellBoy's 3rd and final action. And now he is going to contend with...
Then it goes to the rest phase.
Right. Now the thing is we didn't have any enemies on the board at the start because it's usually the enemy phase, then the agent phase, and then it's on to the rest phase, but we don't really need to do any resting.
And plus there's an enemy on your square, so you can't really rest. Well, enemies.
No, I think you can still do a rest phase during that. We'll double check that, but anyhow, we're not doing it regardless. And then we're going to the Doom phase. Hold on, Brady, I'm going to point the camera at you. And let's take it up to tripod for a little bit anyhow, because when it's a little shaky, I notice when I'm just holding the tripod. So we'll go to the Deck of Doom phase next. So for the rest phase, Brady, what does it say there?
You can't do it if there's any enemies on the board.
And you can see here that there is actually an enemy on the board in HellBoy's space. So Brady, grab the Deck of Doom, the first one, and see what it tells us.
Unexpected attack. Advance the impending doom track.
To 1, not 2. You put it up 2.
It starts at 1.
No, it starts at the skull, don't it?
No, it starts at 1.
Okay, so it goes to 2.
Spawn a minion B in the same area as the agent whose target priority marker is in the back of the queue.
Oh, so it's spawning on yours. Yeah. So the guy that I just knocked out, he came to and he's like, he's too tough. I'm going back and I'm going to fight Lobster Boy. Lobster McGee, you can see him. He's right there now. And does anything else happen, or is that it?
No, that's it.
Okay, so now that is the Doom phase. Now we are on to the Refresh phase. Which is we grab all of our cubes back. We deal if there's any frog swarms, which there's none. There's no swarms, no infernos, no nothing. And then we are back on to the enemy phase for round number 2. For the enemy phase, because this Nazi knife-wielding dangerous maniac is in Lobster Johnson's area, he's going to try to stab him. So Lobster Johnson has
defensive yellow.
Defensive yellow. You can spend one of your action cubes to upgrade one of them die if you like.
It wouldn't matter. I would have to spend 2 action cubes because with these, when my goggle's active, I always get a downgrade on my die.
Oh, and you can't go any lower than yellow. All right, so go ahead and Brady and see if you can defend off this knife wielding. Oh, you only got 1 hit. That was such a bad roll, Brady. So his melee,
but it's 5.
But
I'm gonna flip this lucky charm to ignore all damage.
And just read the card for us.
Flip this card to ignore all damage inflicted on your agent by a single attack or game effect.
So flip it. And then what does it say for the other side?
When agents take time, roll a yellow die and a blank discard this card, otherwise flip it.
Okay, so you just ignored that guy's knife attack.
Well, because The lobster only has 4 hits.
Is that all his health is 4?
Yep.
And he has such a horrible defense? Oh, Brady, why did you pick him?
His abilities were really good.
Well, we will see. We'll see. This is very dangerous. But now it's going to be the Nazi machine gunner is attacking HellBoy, but he's attacking him with melee of 3, and HellBoy has a defense of 3 orange shields. Oh, just moved there, Brady. I had you on camera, so we're going to do that next. Here goes. Come on, HellBoy. I know you can block some stuff here. Oh, look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he has...
a melee of 3. So
3, so yeah, it didn't even touch him. HellBoy looks and says, "You serious? Is that all you can do?" Watch him get shot next time. This is going to be bad. HellBoy, don't celebrate too early, because you know what happens. So that's not too bad, though, Brady, because we just survived, both of us, without getting any damage onto us
I'd use
for the enemy phase, but still you survived.
Yeah.
And now we are on to the agent phase. Now, you can look, both of us are kind of tied up with one of the agents. So I'm thinking we should probably try to get rid of these guys first. So do you want to try to attack? Because you don't want to use a shoot attack for you. You're going to do a melee attack.
I could do that, or I could do something else.
So think about it. We'll be back after we decide. Lobster Johnson decides to go first to show HellBoy how it's done, how you kill a minion. So what is Lobster Johnson doing?
First, I'm deactivating my goggles.
So at the start of an agent's phase, you can flip it back over for free, so you're deactivating it. And why are you deactivating
Because
it?
I get a downgrade on fight when I have it active.
Okay, and so that don't cost an action cube to do.
Nope.
Now what are you doing?
I'm using Mark of the Claw.
And what does Mark of the Claw say?
Put an action cube on an enemy, so put that on the enemy.
Alright, so we'll put this right here.
To mark it, you gain 1 upgrade on any shoot or fight actions targeting a marked enemy in the end phase. Either leave the cube on the enemy, or refresh it. Discard the cube when the enemy is defeated.
Okay, so you're going to do a melee attack on him now?
Yep.
And so when you do the melee attack, you get 1 upgrade. So your melee original is orange,
Yeah.
so you're going to get 2 orange and a red this time.
Yes.
Alright, and then you have to roll the blue die with it. So go ahead, Brady. Hopefully you roll better than the last time. Oh, so you got the BRPD symbol,
But
which
that's
is
only for defending. But I can use
but
it
you
for...
you can change
I'm gonna turn it
that to anything you want. Okay.
So now that's 6,
6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah,
so
he's dead.
yeah, he only has a resilience of 1 and a health of
4.
4. So yeah, you lobster clawed him to death. So he's gone. And yeah, once that minion is gone, you're going to take this back because you're not going to put the mark on him anymore.
But I still use the action cube.
You did use the action cube, that's right. So now, since that is done, that's 2 action cubes you used so far.
I have 1 left, and I think I might shoot.
You're going to shoot so you can try to do damage to him?
Yeah.
Because I'm in the area, you have to downgrade one of your die. You
That's
know
okay.
that. Alright, you go ahead. That's a good idea. So, Lobster Johnson's like, "Hey, HellBoy! Did you see that? You watch this!" So he's going to go, pew, 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 pew. And what is he going to shoot with?
My paired pistols.
Paired pistols. So what does your paired pistols tell you?
Ranged weapon. You can reroll 1 blank test die when making a shoot action. So even if it's the same blank, though. So if it's a blank yellow, I can reload or reroll.
Okay, so go ahead with your paired pistols. Oh, so you got 1, 2, 3,
And
4.
since I'm using the paired pistols, I can reroll this.
Because it's a blank. Ah, so you got 5. So he has a resilience of 1, so we take 1 away.
And his health is 5.
And you got 4, so you got him for 4 hits. He's down to 1 health remaining. That was pretty good, Brady.
Yeah.
And that ends your turn because you don't have any more action cubes left.
Nope, but this goes up 1 more.
Yep, because you did a shoot action. Normally when we're marking the health of the minions, we put as many as is damage, but he only has 1 health remaining, so I just put 1 to let us know. But after we remove that, he's done. So now it's HellBoy's turn. He's in the same square as him.
Are you going to poke him to knock him down? Because I did all the brute force work.
I think HellBoy should just sneeze on him and that'll end him.
Are you going to sneeze on him?
No. First, I'm going to spend an action cube to take my armor-piercing ammo. It's a requisition card that I got, and it tells me Spend an action cube to flip this card and tuck it under a weapon with the shoot icon that your agent is carrying, and which HellBoy's pistol does have that shoot icon. You can do this without spending an action cube when you reload this weapon. So pretty much to reload, I don't have to spend an action cube, which can come in handy. So I just put that under there, and now HellBoy's gonna punch him.
Before the camera goes, before you do that, I'm just gonna let you know I could have exploited the rules big time, but I decided not to because that card makes it so whenever you're running out of ammo, you have to discard it. But this card never runs out of ammo.
How does that card never run out of ammo?
Because it's always a ranged weapon. It just means that you only have one pistol this time instead of two. It never runs out of ammo.
I think when you shoot, it's going to run just like it will run out of ammo, just like any other gun in the game. But we'll look at that a little bit more. We'll look at that a little bit more in detail.
I didn't pick that though, so it's not.
Okay. There's the action shot. So HellBoy is going to spend his second action cube to punch him. He's not going to do the big right hook or throw furniture or follow up, or maybe he will make a fight action for follow up. Once it has been resolved, you may move HellBoy into an adjacent area following the normal movement rules.
Yeah, if you use that, then you can move
so yeah,
to the
that's what I'm meant to do, is use follow up. So it does take just a one. So that's his second action. He's going to make a fight action, and then once it's resolved, whether he kills him or not, he's able to move. Now, I get my 3 red die and the blue die. Let's go and see if HellBoy is just going to destroy this machine gunner Nazi. Okay, here goes. I think HellBoy should have this in the back. Nope. Because he's got a skull. So he takes his highest dice away. So therefore, HellBoy
oh my god,
whiffed. Now,
he tried to show off to Lobster Johnson a bit too much.
I was going to do the follow-up, but I'm thinking I'm going to just say, nah, I'm not doing the follow-up, and spend the other action cube left to just punch him again. So this time, I may do the follow-up after this, but we'll see. Here goes. I can't believe I whiffed that bad. So, yeah, so that's gone.
He's still dead, but I mean...
So that's 3, has a resilience of 1. His health is what? 1 left. So yeah, he's still dead, but... HellBoy, like, what the heck happened to you? But anyhow, he punches him still.
I think he's a bit distracted from Lobster.
I don't know, and with the follow-up, he moves into there. And that ends HellBoy's turn. With all his action cubes, Lobster Johnson is done, and then we're on to the next phase. We're into the rest phase now. So with the rest phase, it's only if there's no enemies on the board, and you can tell there's no enemies on this board whatsoever because we managed to destroy them all. And agents must take time. That's if they're knocked out, but we have a choice to take time. So we're going to do a rest. So with the rest, you can do 3 things. You can either investigate, which is discard a clue counter and in any explored area and advance the information gathered track twice. Recuperate, which is roll 2 red die and heal damage equal to the score, or you can secure. Pick a single explored room and remove all frog swarms and infernos from it. And then also there's Agent Prepare. We can trade, we can return starting cards and return to their agent. Ooh. Or we can move, each agent can move to any explored area or rest, the target priority queue resets. So what we're going to do, sorry if my camera kind of dropped, I was reading at the book. So Brady, you're going to first try to do your lucky charm.
It's whenever, so it doesn't cost us my rest action. Just
no, because now before you roll it, explain what happens.
If I roll a blank, I discard it. If I don't roll a blank, I don't discard it.
You just flip it over and you get it back, right?
1, 2, 3. There's 3 on here. So I have a 50-50 chance.
Okay, so you do that first.
That's right?
If there's 60, it's 50-50, that's right. And you rolled a blank, so it is gone. That sucked. Alright.
So now for my rest action, I'm going to move him into here.
you're going to move him
And it says into any explored area.
any explored area, and this is the only explored area is all the way here.
So I'm guessing you're going to interact with that clue token?
Of course I am. So I'm taking this clue token out. And we advance it 2, and I get that...
It shares, all of us share it, remember?
Yes, but right now, until... We don't know what these are for yet.
Yeah, so...
So I'm just going to put it on HellBoy's card right now. And that is it for the rest phase, and now it is the Doom phase.
Wait, I have to move this up.
Yeah, we have to move it up 1, the Doom track.
And now after the rest phase, it's the Doom phase.
Yeah,
so do you want me to draw the card?
Yeah, I'm recording.
Ambush!
Again.
Ending Doom track.
Of course.
Spawn minion C in the lead agent's area, so minion C
The lead agent is me, so the machine gun Nazi
spawns in your
comes
area.
back again. I got him. So he goes, "Ah, haha! I was hiding in the corner of the room in the darkness."
Zombie.
Yeah, but he's just going, ha, ha, ha.
He went like this.
Maybe we got zombies on the brain. But anyhow, he was hiding in the corner. See, look, that part of the board is in shadow, so he was like, here. Oh, that one there too, and he jumped and goes, surprise! This is bad because, well, not too bad because he's only got melee. He's going to have melee on HellBoy instead of range, which is really good because if he wasn't in there, he'd be able to shoot us with this massive hail of bullets. But we don't want that. So luckily, HellBoy is there to stand in front. So like, okay, take your best shot. But that is the Doom phase. We're on to the end phase or the refresh phase where we get these back. And we go on to the enemy phase now. Oh boy. So now he's going to melee HellBoy. We all seen the last time with HellBoy. He has some unlucky rolls. So if he rolls a skull this time, because Lobster Johnson is in the same room, not area, room, get straight the difference out. There's a line here. So this is an area and this whole tile is a room. So since Lobster Johnson is in the same room, if I roll a skull, Brady can just say, spend an action cube.
I have to spend an action cube
to get me to re-roll,
yes.
Right? Too bad it wasn't for free, but no, that's okay. So I got to try to defend here against this machine gun guy.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter if I stopped Wilhelmine the skull on this. There's no skull for that, so what's the point?
Yeah,
but if you re-roll it, you could.
If I re-roll, then I could get like maybe this, and that would mean that.
Do you want me to spend an action cube for you?
I don't know. Because what would happen if you don't? That means HellBoy's going to get 3 damage.
Yeah.
But I do have my Lucky Charm, which I could flip over and ignore that damage.
You could do that.
So I'm thinking that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to flip over, because I bought a requisition card too as well, which is the same thing that Brady has, but he lost his, so the Lucky Charm, so I flip it over. And Luck's run out. When the agent takes time, roll the yellow die. On a blank, discard, otherwise flip it. So I'm going to take that chance because I don't want HellBoy to take any damage yet. Because he would take 3 damage, and we all know from seeing the last video how quickly that can accumulate. So, and he just blocked it, I guess, or just dodged it because he has his lucky horseshoe. And that is it for HellBoy. For blocking. So now we're on to the agent phase.
HellBoy has a bad problem with
rolling.
I think I'm gonna with someone that starts with a W and ends with an N. I think he has that person's curse.
A W and ends with an N.
W-I. The character, the person from. Never mind.
No. Like, I got the camera rolling here, Brady. You have to elaborate. Explain. Come on.
Will Wheaton. You have the curse of Will Wheaton.
Oh, from
Tabletop.
Tabletop. He rolls bad on his stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, Will Wheaton, if you are seeing this video, join in on a game with us. I challenge you to play one of the games with us. Come to Canada. Or fly Brady and I out to wherever you are, and we can play HellBoy together. So there you go. Whoever's watching this, to send a message to Will Wheaton if you have any contact with him, and let him know about this challenge that we are giving Will Wheaton. Or how did you call his name, Brady?
Will Wheaton.
Wheaton?
Yeah, because of Stewie. You know how he can
And Family Guy, yes. Anyhow, let's continue on with this. So we're going on to the Hazing Phase now. So HellBoy's going to go first because we don't want to try to do a shoot action if we don't have to. Because if we shoot one more time, we're going into the orange. And we all know what happens. We're going to spawn more minions and we don't want to do that. So HellBoy is spending 1 action cube.
To give him a punch, hopefully you
and
do better
he's
than your
just
defense.
going to punch him. Oh, thanks, Brady. So 3 red and the blue for this. Here goes. Hopefully it's going to be a little better. Oh, so that's 2, 3, 4 hits.
His resilience is 1 and his health is 5, so he has 1 health left.
He has 1 health left. So therefore, we're going to mark him off as 1 health that he has. I'm just reaching behind.
Do you want me to shoot? Because I know...
No, don't you shoot, because I'm going to spend another action cube to punch him again, because I do not want... But this time, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to do which is called the follow-up. So I'm going to hit him, and... maybe I shouldn't do a follow-up.
No, because then you won't be able to explore.
But I don't want to explore. Because if I only have 1 action cube left and stuff that's in here... Actually, yeah, no, I'm going to just... I don't know, I'm just going to punch him and see what happens.
Coil at him.
So let's see if we take this machine gun Nazi out. So it's a reroll, and I'm definitely going to reroll...
Reroll the one in the blank.
These ones here. Oh yeah. He's
right.
totally toasted. HellBoy punched him and knocked him clear through a brick wall, finished him off, and that was it for this Nazi gunner. Now HellBoy's going to use his free action of exploring. So he opens the door, and
Minion B, Forbidden Tome, Scenery 1, and Minion C.
Okay, so we'll populate and we'll be back. You can see we populated it, so we have the knife-wielding Nazi, we have the machine gun Nazi, we have the tomb, and then with the tomb, what that is when an agent interacts with it, and you roll, and it's a 1 or a 2, you advance depending doom track according to how much you roll. But if you roll a skull, then the doom track would move up if you roll a skull. If you roll and you get like a 1 or 2, then the information gather track moves up instead. I had that backwards. And this is just a 1 furniture, or a 1 scenery, and you got the gunner, like I said, the knife. So now, Brady.
I'm first going to activate my lobster's goggles, which is flip this card at any time to activate the goggles.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shoot.
You're going to shoot, so you're going to shoot here. Now, you know what happens when we shoot.
Yes, I know.
Because we talked about this, and you're very adamant. You're like, oh, yes, I still want to shoot. I think that's a very bad decision, but there's not an I in team, but there's an I in pie, and that means something which I don't know because it's in Shaun of the Dead. So
there's an I in pie, and pie
is delicious. You want to shoot, and just remember, if you're shooting him, you're going to have to downgrade because I'm in the line of fire.
My goggles, so it's going to cancel each other out. Because my goggles gives me an upgrade, and shooting past you gives me a downgrade.
Okay, so then you're going to shoot then?
Yeah.
All right, so then it's going to be 3 orange, right?
Yep, 3 orange.
And what's your range?
I don't have a range. I can just shoot my line of sight.
Okay, so 3 orange and a blue die. Let's go and see if Brady is going to pull this off. Okay, Brady, do your best.
Oh, wait. Because I have the warding talisman, I can reroll.
Reroll what?
A skull.
Okay, you grabbed it too quick. The camera really didn't see.
Sorry.
So Brady rolled the skull, but now he has the talisman, so he can re-roll the skull. Let's get a skull again. Nope, you're lucky. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and he has a resilience of 1 with a health of 3.
So it's a resilience of 1 with a health of 4.
Oh, so he has 1 more health left on him. Since we got to the orange with the squiggly mark ruin sign on the case file, we have to spawn Nazi machine gun, Nazi officer, and a Nazi rifleman. Now the rifleman is because the Nazi officer was spawned, so the rifleman follows up with him. And now anybody who is in the area with the officer gets a +1 on the range, so that is not a good thing, because right now they have a range of 7 for the rifleman, so he goes up to a range of 8.
And
The machine gun has a range of
8.
So he goes up to 9.
9 damage.
9. No, a range of 4 goes to 5.
No,
Sorry.
it doesn't increase the range. It increases the damage.
We have to look at that. I think it only increases their range of how they can shoot, but we'll double check that. So it does say add 1 to the range attack. So again, it's bad. So if they hit, they're going to do some severe damage to the agents. This is bad. Brady, I told you it's not a good idea to shoot.
Okay, so I'm spending 2 action cubes.
Oh, so what are you doing for your 2 action cubes?
Using Hail of Lead, make up to 3 shoot actions.
Make up to 3 shoot actions?
Yep.
So I'm assuming Lobster Johnson is spinning around because his lobster sense is tingling.
Yeah.
And he's going to shoot.
Whenever Lobster Johnson smells fish, it's when his lobster sense is tingling.
When he smells fish?
Yeah.
Okay, now one thing I'm not sure about is because this is a scenery piece.
It's only from the exact same room.
Yeah, I know you have to destroy this first, but I'm wondering if this actually will downgrade a die if there's scenery. We'll have to double check that before we shoot, because this happened before during this game and we didn't count as this, and I just noticed that maybe we're doing this wrong, but we'll be back after we find that out. Okay, Brady, here goes. This is a big thing. This is kind of like a cinematic shot, kind of. He's in focus, and they're going to shoot at those guys, which are here.
Just to let you guys know that when I'm shooting into an area with more than one character, for each other character in that area, I get a downgrade on my die.
Right.
So I have a blue, 2 orange, and a yellow because my goggles gives me an upgrade. So one of them would cancel each other out.
Say that again.
Since I'm shooting and I get 2 downgrades, my goggles give me an upgrade. So one of them would cancel out.
Okay.
So I'm rolling with 2 orange,
2 orange and a yellow. All right, I'm just going to keep it at this angle, so go ahead and roll it. So you got 2, 3, 4. That's 4 hits. So who are you shooting at first? The rifle guy, you said?
I was shooting at the rifleman.
Okay, so what is
Or not the rifleman, sorry, the machine gun.
The machine gun guys. And we all know with the machine gun,
he has a resilience of
1.
5.
So that is
3
damage onto him, so he has 2 damage left.
I'm going to shoot him again.
You have to only shoot. You have 3 shots, but they're separate targets, isn't it?
No, it's just 3 shoot actions.
Are you sure? Okay. Yeah, you go for it then. That's good then. I'm glad for that. So you got 2 hits
left on him.
2 hits left. That's right.
Another terrible roll, but he's dead anyway.
Yeah, because you take 1. There's 2 left. There was 2 hits left, so he is dead-o.
And then I'm gonna
got 1 more shoot action.
The rifleman.
Oh, this guy is scary because he can do some severe damage to us. Go ahead, Brady. Oh, times 2. You got a resilience
4,
of 1.
5.
So you got 4. And what's
4
the rifleman's health?
Can I do anything to increase my damage by anything?
No.
Wait, I forgot. I can reroll any blanks with my dual pistols.
Okay. And so blank.
I can reroll it every time I get a
No,
blank.
you can't keep rolling it.
You can reroll 1 blank result when making it. Yeah. That's
right. Because then you hit 4 times for the rifleman.
He has 1 health left.
He has 1 health left.
Yeah. And now we're in the red thing.
And now we're in
the red thing.
Oh, and what is the so
every time we explore a room, the enemies always activate immediately.
Oh, that's horrible. So anyhow, this is bad. Oh, do you know what? It's bad, but it's good at the same point, and I'll explain in a second. Brady used all his action cubes, but you can see he did clear it to 1 guy.
And the other guy has 1 health.
And he has 1 health left, but the officer is still standing in full health. You know, if we swing over, because HellBoy still has 1 action cube left. So HellBoy's not worried about not making a range attack anymore, if it's because we're already in the red, as you can see for this one.
I think you should make a range attack against the rifleman.
He's gonna...
The rifleman has 1 health left. You hit him, he's dead.
Yeah, but the problem is...
And also, he does 8 damage when he fires.
Yeah, it's a good point. So maybe HellBoy's like, whoa! You didn't kill them all. What's wrong with you? He's going to take this. And
he would get a bunch of downgrades, but since
he's
shooting is yellow.
He's yellow, so it's not going to make a difference there. Yeah, so let's do that. So HellBoy is going to go pew, 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 and try to kill this Rifleman. Hopefully he's going to do it. Because HellBoy is going to shoot and he has his HellBoy pistol, range weapon. If the target is hit, it suffers 5 additional damage. Flip this card after use. Okay. Here it goes. Here it goes.
You definitely hit him.
That's 2. Yeah, so pretty much he is... I don't have to reroll Brady because I know he's dead because he only had 1 health left. So he's... Pew! He's gone.
And that's good because now there's no guys that will instantly kill us.
Now, also too as well, because of that, I do have to flip this over, but you got to remember about this card, the armor-piercing ammo, which says spend an action cube to flip this card and tuck it under the weapon. So which I did do that, I forgot to flip it.
And it's discarded, sadly.
Yeah, because it would be out of ammo, so then this is discarded, but I still have ammo left into HellBoy's card, which, you know, I can handle that.
You have to flip your card over, so...
No, I don't have to flip it because it stops me from flipping because I get rid of that.
That doesn't matter.
So that is it. Just a correction there. Brady was trying to tell me on camera, but I wasn't listening to him. And this armor-piercing ammo, I thought it was a reload and not an armor-piercing. So I actually picked up the wrong requisition card that I wanted to, but oh well, too bad. But this does is when I make a shoot test, the resilience is being too lower. So I shouldn't have even have actually done that yet, but it's too late in the game. We already did it, so, you know, no crying over spilt milk. So anyhow, I am out of ammo now with poor HellBoy's weapon, and I wasted that armor-piercing thing onto the Rifleman, because he would have been dead regardless. But hey, we learned from our mistakes, right? So going on from that, we still see these 2 guys are here, but we're not on the enemy phase. We are on to the end phase, or the rest phase, I should say.
But we can't rest because there's enemies.
Yeah, they're enemies.
So go to the doom phase.
Yeah, the doom phase. And now Brady, do the honors again. I don't like that. You got to read it out loud.
Spawn minion A and a minion B in the start area.
So we are going to spawn the Rifleman again.
And the knife guy.
And the knife guy. And he's... Okay, anything else it does to say, or that is?
That is it.
Okay. There they are. They're back with him again. Now, he's going to have the extra damage for the range. This is really bad. Really, really, really bad. Because poor Brady is going to take the blunt of this, and he only has 4 health.
So if I whiff on my roll, I'll be dead, knocked out.
You'll be knocked out. But as long as HellBoy sustains, you get a chance to revive yourself.
And remember, at the end phase, if I roll an orange die, and I get a 2, then I come back with all my injuries healed. Gone.
Yes. Now, we're going to continue playing this, but I'm going to stop the camera right here, and when you see Brady again, he's probably going to be wearing a different shirt because it is getting late tonight. We're going to stop the video exactly where it is, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. You're not going to see any big difference except for maybe wearing a different shirt, and his beard is maybe a little bit longer. But that's about it. You just pulled your beard a little bit? Your beard a little bit? Really? Let's take a close look at that beard thing.
No, stop. Go away.
Okay.
Go away. Take a close-up look at your beard.
Okay. I gotta get you to do something, though.
What?
Because with every video that we shoot, I always grab a still image to use as the thumbnail for the video for on YouTube. So I need you to make some kind of crazy, no, not noise, just a crazy funny face or something.
Going to make a noise.
Because that's going to be the thumbnail. And when I get a little closer onto you, and go. Open your eyes and big mouth. Ah! Okay, stay there, and we're just going to go like that. Okay, you're good. Alright, so we'll be back, and we'll keep playing this game.
Just to end the video, not even as a thumbnail, just to edit in the end of the video?
Maybe. No, we'll be back. We're back, and it is on to the enemy phase first for the next round. And we talked about this. This is pretty bad. So these three here are going to start going to attack poor Brady. And this guy here is going to start coming to attack HellBoy. This guy is going to start coming to attack HellBoy. So either way, the two of us are stuck between a rock, a hard place, and a bunch of Nazis. We're starting off with the Nazi Rifleman, and he is shooting at poor Brady. Well, it's Lobster Boy. Not going to say anything, Brady?
No.
Lobster Johnson. He's shooting. Now, he has a special ability, the Nazi Rifleman, and it's called Crack Shot. When testing defense against this enemy's range attack, agent's dice cannot be upgraded in any way, and any scenery in their area is ignored. But there's no scenery in this area, it's just there. And he has a range of 5, so 1, 2, 3. Brady's in range. So Brady, what is your defense that you have to roll?
Yellow.
3 yellow, and we all know that Lobster Boy is bad for defense. So go ahead, Brady. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, that wasn't a bad roll at all.
And he does 8, so I only take 4.
You get 4 damage, but you have 4
Health,
as your
but
max.
I also take injuries after that, so.
Yes, so you're going to have 4 wounds, not injuries, but wounds onto your card.
Yes.
And you can see there Brady has the wounds on his card. Next, we're just going to go in order here. A just went, which is the Nazi Rifleman. Now it's the Nazi Night Fighter. And you can see here he has a movement of 2, and it says, quick with a blade. If the target of the enemy's melee attack rolls a skull when testing defend, this enemy immediately makes another melee attack in addition to the normal effect of the skull. That is horrible. So you can see here, he's not in melee range, so he can attack me.
He can move.
I know, he can move him. So he's going to move 1, right here. Now he has 1 stinking health left, and he's still around, and he's still causing some trouble. So HellBoy's like, ah! So now HellBoy's got to try to defend against him. HellBoy's defense is 3 orange and a blue. Now, he could spend an action cube if he wanted to upgrade.
There's no point. He only does 5 damage melee.
Yeah, I know, but anyhow, I'll just roll it. I know, you already seen the way that I've been rolling.
I'll save you if you need to.
You can't, you're hurting as it is.
No, I can save you.
Okay, so, of course,
Wait,
I got a skull.
I can fix it so you don't get attacked again. Do you want me to spend an action cube so you don't get attacked again?
I don't got any damage. Oh yeah, but it's up to you. It's your call. You're hurting already.
You're gonna take 5, so I think you'll be fine.
I'm gonna take 5 damage.
Yeah.
Brady, I don't like that. I'm gonna take 5 damage. You're not gonna help me because I rolled a skull. You're just gonna leave it.
Dad, if you take 5 damage, I'm pretty sure it's okay.
But you're just gonna leave me to...
You never helped me.
I had nothing to help you with.
Exactly.
If I did, I would have helped you.
Take
just like the last game we played, I did help you because I healed you.
Take 5 points. I don't see.
So you're not okay. So the next time you get damaged, don't look to HellBoy
I don't see
to
a
heal
point
you.
Spending an action point.
And just to let you know, Brady, I have that card again where I can heal. So you don't want to help me now.
All right, fine. If you want me to, you'll still take. Here, 1 action cube. You roll the blue die.
Are you gonna get rid of your guilt works a lot?
Guilt trip?
Yeah. Brady, I gave him the option. I said, I'm not trying to give you a guilt trip. But he said, no, that's fine. Because you do know I did help you out last time, and I will continue to help you out no matter if you do this or not. So I'm calling this on camera. So you don't have to do this, but I'll still help you because we are a team. And there's an I in pie, but not in team.
Okay.
So do you want to not spend your action
No.
cube and just let me take the damage?
Well, if I don't spend my action cube, I might be able to take out all the Nazis.
So what are you going to do?
Would you rather me take out the Nazis, or you only
The
get
Nazis?
Nazis?
We say this before, you tried and you failed, but You can, if you want to do it, you can do it.
All right, fine.
You're actually gonna hold back on that action cube. So I'm gonna have to take the damage. So I'm taking 5 damage.
Look, you would have rolled the skull anyway.
No, I just threw that down.
Yeah.
But I'm taking 5 damage now because you're not gonna help your fellow teammate out. Okay, I understand how it is, but I do have this requisition card. Spend an action cube. Oh, I gotta spend an action cube. Oh well, I can spend an action cube to heal.
On your turn.
No, it don't say on my turn. It says spend an action cube to heal up to a total of 2 damage from your agent and or another agent in your area. Then flip this over. So guess what, Brady?
You're spending your action cube.
I'm gonna spend it, and I'm flipping this over.
And then you can send another action cube to reduce it by.
So my action cube is one of my action cubes are gone.
You want to spend another one?
And I'm reducing it to.
You take 3.
2 damage. So then, yeah, I take 3. And no, I don't want to use it all at once in case I need it again.
Okay.
Who knows? But yeah, so now I'm only taking 3 damage. Because of the knife-wielding Nazi has the quick with the blade, I'm getting attacked again. Oh, but he didn't touch me though. No. That's 2, 4, 6. And his resilience is 1. And he would hit me with 5, so 5, I blocked it, so haha!
Resilience doesn't go towards how much he hits you.
Yeah, no, I was just doing math. In your face! Potato face, because that's what your face is going to look like, a squished potato when HellBoy punches you. Next, we're going to have to activate the other knife fighter right here, and he's going to move 2 spaces. So he goes, Hah! Whoops, off camera. Hah! Just like that, but he's not in range, luckily. Because if he was able to move 1 more, then he would have been able to take another whack at Lobster Boy, Lobster Johnson. But he didn't, luckily, so we're okay there. And next is the Nazi machine gun. So there's no Nazi machine gunners here, but if you swing over, Brady's kind enough to point out and tap his finger on it. He's like, ha, you're going to get hit again, ha, ha. So this Nazi has a movement of 2. So he can move diagonally too, so that's 1.
He's only gonna move 1.
But he's in
range. You can't. He's in range.
I'm in range, but the thing is because I am the acting player.
You can't choose if he moves in space.
Yes, I can. It says right in the rule book. Give me a pen. I'm gonna show you. It says right in the rule book.
8. Remember.
Here goes.
Wait.
All right. HellBoy, he's got to do some fancy dodging here. And he's got
2 times 1.
2 times 1 is 2. And it does 8 damage. Take away 2 is 6 damage.
I can't help you out here, folk.
This is not good. Not good, Brady. So I'm going to take 6 damage. I'm going to show everybody what that looks like when we're back. You can see that's 1, 2, 3. Now we have to do 3 injuries now because these are wounds. So we start here and we flip it. Oh, so great. He has a 1 downgrade on his fight. And he also has a downgrade onto his investigation. And he also has another downgrade on his fight. Yay, HellBoy! So, this is not looking good for HellBoy at all. Now, I think I jinxed it, Brady, because before we started shooting again, I'm like, this don't look too bad. I think we're holding up pretty good, but apparently we're not holding up that well. So, I think that activates... Oh, yes, the officer. The Nazi officer got to activate now. So, if we swing over here...
He only has a range of 2, so he has to move up.
So, yeah, but what's his movement? 2?
His movement is 2.
So, he's going to go... 1.
He can stay there and shoot, or is he going to move up again?
Don't really make a difference, but if he goes here, he better just move up to 2. Now he's going to shoot at Lobster Johnson.
His ranged attack is 6.
So you have to do your defending of 3 yellow and the blue. And let's see if you can block his pistol shot. Because he only has like a German Luger pistol.
Yeah, but you know Lobster, he doesn't have the best defense.
True.
2.
So you got 2, and what's his range? So you take 4.
I'm knocked out.
Oh no, you're knocked out. Well, this is probably a good time to get knocked out though, Brady, because HellBoy has to activate now. Yeah, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. We'll be back after I figure this out. Looking in the rule book, and it's on page 10 about an agent being knocked out. Brady technically is not knocked out yet, even though that all of his health track is filled with injuries. The next damage he takes, he will be knocked out. So right now he's not knocked out, so he still has his action cubes left, which is a good thing because we don't want to be knocked out. So that ends the enemy phase. And now we are on to the agent phase. So we got to figure out who's going to go first and what's going to happen, because we need to start doing some damage here, or we are going to take more severe damage and be knocked out and out of this game. We're on to the agent phase, and HellBoy's going to go first, and he's going to try to destroy this knife-wielding Nazi. Now, he does have the downgrade on his fight action, because there's 2 of them. So originally HellBoy's supposed to have 3 red for a fight, but because of downgrade, I'm just going to downgrade 1 twice to a yellow instead of an orange and a red. So I just decided to do that. Hopefully that's going to do some damage and work for us. Yeah, let's just do it. Okay, so now
You got your BRPD symbol.
I got my BRPD. That's right. Now, what's good about this is that when I make
A fight test.
it's called Shake It Off. When testing fight, spend the BRT result to heal 2 damage. Now, before we do that, the resilience of that knife guy is only 1.
So he takes 3, and he's dead because
Yes, because you only had 1 damage. So that's what I'm going to do. So he is dead. He gets taken off, or knocked out, I should say, not dead. In either case, he's gone. And now, because I rolled a BRPD symbol,
you heal 2.
I heal 2. Now, the way I have to heal, though, is I don't just take them off. I have to flip them over, going from the right to the left, just like this. And then when this is flipped back over, and if I'm going to be able to roll a BRPD symbol again, then these start getting removed after this one is flipped. For HellBoy's last action cube he's spending, he has a card. I was trying to save it, but the thing is we're kind of stuck this way, and we're in the middle, and we can look at getting some severe damage going on. So that last action cube that I'm spending is for the Iron Shoes. Spend an action to move up to 2 areas, and then make a fight action against each enemy in the area you have moved into. Then discard. That's a good, powerful card. I am discarding it. I'm kind of sad for discarding it now because I was trying to save it, but I'm doing it now. So HellBoy is moving up here, and now he is going to fight. But now we only got 1 downgrade, not 2 downgrade, because you can see we only have 1 here. So I'm going to roll, and hopefully I'm going to do a lot of damage to the machine gun wielding Nazi. I was going to say Nazi zombie, but just a machine gun wielding Nazi. Here goes. No skull. Oh, perfect. All right. So let's take a look at this. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4, and his resilience is
1 and a health of 5, so he takes 3.
So gets rid of 1. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 damage.
2 times 1 is 2. That's 3.
2 times 1
is 2.
Right, and 1 is 3, and 1 is 4.
But his resilience
Take away
is 3.
1 is 3. That's what I said.
No,
Why?
you said he takes 4.
No. I did not.
Yes, you did.
I did not. You said it.
Stop trying to cheat.
You are trying.
Stop trying
Brady,
to cheat.
I think you need to go back to school, even though it's closed right now, and learn more math. Because I know what I said was he gets 3 damage onto him, and you said he'd get 4 damage. Like,
no, I didn't.
Really?
You
Come on.
did.
What is his total health?
His total health is 5.
5. So he's got 2 damage left on him.
Yes,
2 health
he got
left.
2 left health.
See, not 4. You're
I
wrong.
didn't say 4.
Okay, I'm cutting it off now. that ends all the action cubes that HellBoy has now, unfortunately. So it is on to Lobster McGee. Lobster Johnson.
It's Lobster Johnson.
Boy. What's that?
He deserved
What's
to be
his name?
Lobster
McGee. What's his name, Brady? Exactly. The silent
Lobster Johnson.
McGee. There you go.
Stop! Lobster's
McGee.
a cool guy.
He is pretty cool. His defense.
Lobster John. Lobster
His defense.
Case,
McGee's defense is pretty bad, but he has some pretty cool abilities, I have to say.
Oh.
So, all right. So, what is Lobster doing there now?
He's gonna use Hail of Lead.
Hail of Lead. And what is Hail of Lead?
Spend 2 action cubes to make 3 attack actions.
So, 3 attack actions here you're doing?
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who I pick, just 3 attack actions.
It's just 3. That's too bad because look at this guy that's all the way here though. But because you're going to get downgraded.
I get downgraded once from that, and once because of this, but I only get downgraded once because I have my goggles out.
Okay. Let's go, Lobster Boy. You can do it.
Oh wait, I'm attacking the knife guy first.
The knife?
Or actually, the officer first.
The officer. Okay,
How much
good
is it
idea.
when it's just the officer only has 1 health. Yeah.
All right. So you got 2 and 2 is 4
I get
and
to
1 is
reroll a blank
5.
because of my pistols.
Okay. 6, 7. So it has a resilience of 1.
Yeah, so
He's got 6 damage onto
and
him.
he's dead because he only has 5 health.
He has 5 health.
Yep.
So you just totally obliterated this officer just like that. Second attack is going to be this guy right here. So go ahead, Brady.
Oh wait, I get to reroll this because of my warding talisman.
There you go. So
And I
that's
also
2
get to
and
reroll
1
one
is
blank.
3.
Get to reroll 1 blank because of my guns.
That's 4.
And he
And he
has
has resilience of 1.
So he takes 3.
So that's 3 damage, and he has a total health of 5. Is that right?
Yeah, I think
So he's 2 left. It was a correction. They only have a health of 4, so therefore 3. And one thing is, Brady made the second attack. He shouldn't got a downgrade on that dice because there's only 1 guy left there. So just to fix it, we're just going to get Brady to roll that 1 die. And it's blank
I get to
anyhow.
reroll it.
No, you
My
are.
guns let me reroll.
You already
No,
re-rolled.
it doesn't matter. It's blank again.
It still don't matter. You already re-rolled it.
Alright, I'm going to use my final attack against him.
You're going to try to finish him off now?
Yeah.
All right.
Or do you want
So
me to attack the Rifleman?
no, you might as well try to finish him off because he's there anyhow. He's just them knife guys are starting to become just a nuisance. Do it, Brady. Do it. So you got a BRPD, which you can use.
First, I'm going to reroll this.
Okay.
And my BRPD is only for defense, so I'm going to change this to 2 times.
Yep. So therefore, you killed him. Pretty simple. Pew 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 blah. He's gone. Lobster Johnson has 1 more action cube left, and he's going to try to shoot and destroy. Oh, at least damage this guy here. What his health is?
5.
He has 5 health and a resilience of 1. So you need to roll really well here, Brady. So that's
Okay, I
1,
get to reroll a
2.
blank. Gosh dang it.
So that's 2, and then you can change that to
I'm going to pick it to a reroll.
what? You're gonna re-roll all of them?
There's only a 1. They're both 1s.
Okay. So that was 3, and they got a resilience of 1,
So you only take
2 damage. But still, 2 is better than none.
Yeah.
And that ends the agent phase. And because there is an enemy here and there's an enemy there, we cannot do the rest phase, unfortunately, which sucks. But now we are on to the Doom phase. Doom, doom, doom. Do you want to grab the Doom card, Brady?
Bitter Memories. Discard all deck of Doom cards currently in play, then shuffle the deck of Doom discard pile into the deck of Doom, then draw another card.
So pretty much you're just reshuffling everything.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll be back. Draw the next Doom card because you had to reshuffle.
Time's a waste and advance the appending Doom track.
Just 1?
Yeah.
And that's all what happens?
That's it.
That's not too bad. We can handle that. Alright, so that ends the Doom phase. And then we are on to the refresh phase where we get our action cubes back.
I only get 2 because I have an action cube minus on my injuries.
Oh, you do, that's right. And you can't even heal.
No.
Alright,
Now
so
it goes to the enemy phase.
yes, the enemy phase first. Now, we do it in order here. So the rifle guy is going to go first, and
He
he's
doesn't have to move.
No, he don't have to move, so he's going to shoot at you. So your defense is all yellow, correct?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. HellBoy should try to help you out here because you're going to... If you take one more damage, it's kind of like a losing cause because he's going to attack you. So yeah. It's alright, you go ahead and roll.
What was HellBoy going to do?
HellBoy was going to assist you by giving you one of his action cubes, upgrade one of your die.
You
could do that yourself, though.
It doesn't matter, though. I'm going to die anyway.
Knocked out, not die.
You know what I mean.
Go ahead.
Oh, well, at least the attacker takes 2 damage.
Why does the attacker take 2 damage?
Because my defense. When testing defense, spend BRPD result to inflict 2 damage on the attacker.
On the attacker.
Yeah, so he automatically takes 2 damage.
So he has
2, so he takes 2 more damage, and he has 1 health left.
So yeah, he has 1 stinking health left. You can see now that it's 4 damage on him. He only has 1 health remaining. But unfortunately, because of what Brady rolled, he rolled 1 defense, and
he does 6.
Yeah, so you're knocked out.
Yeah.
So we're going to read what's in the book about knocked out just so we're clear about everything. According to the rule book now, on page 10, this is different. The way you treat an agent when they're knocked out is different than when you treat an agent when they're knocked out in the confrontation stage. Confrontation part of the game. So we're not in the confrontation, so because of that, he is removed. And he's also taken off of the target priority list.
I just took him out.
Yep. Now, on top of that, Brady can get a chance to come back in 2 ways. Number 1 is if HellBoy manages to clear this guy and this guy out, and then HellBoy can take time during the rest phase, and then Brady will come back. But if if HellBoy fails to get rid of him and him on his turn, then what happens is that Brady, at the end phase, he's going to roll as 1 orange die.
1 orange die.
And if you get 2...
If I get 2, then I come back with all my injuries and wounds healed.
And that's a special ability for Lobster Johnson. What's it called?
It's called A Legend in Death.
A Legend in Death. Interesting. So anyhow, yeah, that's hopefully HellBoy will be able to clear these 2 out before you have to do that so you can come back sooner. But we'll find out. So HellBoy still has to try to contend with this machine gun Nazi right here. So that he's still shooting at HellBoy. But HellBoy was smart enough to move in closer. So he's only at melee range. So he has a melee attack of
3.
3, that's right. So HellBoy got to dodge that. So he's got 3 orange and the blue die. And see if he can dodge it or sustain no injuries. Here goes. Yeah, that was a good roll, Brady.
Yeah, you take 2.
So I take 2 damage. 2 is better than none, I guess. It is worse than none, but anyhow, so that this gets flipped over again. And this gets flipped over again. So now HellBoy is kind of starting to get back up to the damage he was at already. But that ends the enemy phase. And we're on to the agent phase. And it's going to be HellBoy because Lobster Johnson is kind of taking a siesta right now.
Wait, at least you're saying that Lobster Johnson's name right this time.
Yeah. Lobster McGee is taking...
Lobster Johnson!
Lobster McGee is taking a siesta, so now HellBoy has to try to do some damage. On HellBoy's turn, he's going to use his Dig for Something Useful, which is the other side of the Deep Pockets card. And it tells me discard this card during the agent phase to draw the bottom card from the requisition deck. Keep it if it's a grenade, bullets, or luck card. Otherwise, return it to the deck. So I'm going to draw the bottom one and see what it is. I just looked at the bottom and it was neither of these. So it wasn't the grenade, the bullets, or the luck. So this is discarded, and the card that was on the bottom of the requisition deck gets put back onto the bottom of the requisition deck. So HellBoy's gone down. He had to try it to see what would happen. And now HellBoy is going to attack him, and he's going to attack him with
1 red and 2 orange, or you need
2 red and a yellow.
Okay.
And I'm going to punch this Nazi in the face. All you do is got to hit him once, and he's done.
Well, not right.
Here goes. Come on, Hellboy.
1. And his resilience is 1. So you failed.
Lovely. So I failed that. I still have one more time that I can attack him now. Actually, I got 2 more action cubes left that I can use. But... I could hurl him, though. Because I'd technically still hit him before you go with the resilience. And Hellboy does have a special thing which is called Boom. Whenever Hellboy hits an enemy with a fight action, which he was doing, the enemy may be hurled. So if I hurl him, he's going to... I'm thinking of throwing him this way, because that won't damage him, but this could be destroyed. So I don't think hurled would be a good idea, because he's still going to be able to shoot at me if I don't take care of him. So I guess all I'm going to do is spam a second action cube to try to do the same thing and punch him in the face. Punch him in the face time! Whoops.
Not an orange, you had a red.
Oh, it was a red. I'm getting too excited here. There we go. Punch him in the face time. Punch, 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 punch! Punch! I got another stinking skull!
And you only got a 1, so it...
What's so funny, Brady? What's so funny, Brady?
I think Hellboy's having some difficulties.
Who's knocked out?
It doesn't matter. I think Hellboy's having some difficulties.
This guy is getting to be very, very... He's frustrating Hellboy.
You gonna spend your last action cube to try and kill him?
Hold on a second. I gotta try to think of something better to do here. My last action cube, I decided what I'm going to do. So Hellboy has a special ability. It's called Follow Up. Make a fight action. Once it has been resolved, you may move Hellboy into an adjacent area following the normal movement rules. So he pretty much just gives him a punch and a move. So now, after I punch him, if I fail again, I'm still going to be moving here, but the thing is he gets to be able to take a free attack onto me because Hellboy's moving out, or he's going to come with me.
If you move out, he's just going to give you damage. He's not going to get a free attack.
Well, we're going to look in the book, but I have a choice of trying to evade him when I move, or I can just take him with me. And I'm thinking that if I suck and I don't hit him, I'm going to just take him with me. That way I don't have to get any damage. And I'm moving, so therefore it's going to be out of range of this guy shooting. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to try to punch him and then do a follow-up of moving. Here goes, and Brady said, watch you whiff it. Shush! Come on. I didn't whiff it that time, buddy.
He's dead.
So hold on a second here. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 resilience, but it still hits me for 4. I only had him for 1, so he is dead. So Brady's taking him off quickly.
Him for 2. He's dead anyway.
Yeah, he's gone. So because he's gone and I did a follow-up, he is stepping back here, Hellboy. And the reason why, like I said before, is so that on the enemy phase, he's not going to be in line of sight to shoot Hellboy and damage him even more. That was total luck on Hellboy's part. Not skill this time.
Even though he wasn't that lucky for the past 2 punches, but I mean...
Yeah, we'll see though.
Who am I to judge?
Unfortunately, because Hellboy wasn't able to get at him, because Hellboy just... He didn't eat his breakfast properly, didn't eat breakfast, or he didn't have his glasses on.
I think Hellboy just didn't eat enough dice this morning.
Oh. Dice? Why would Hellboy eat dice?
To be more lucky.
I know exactly what's wrong with Hellboy.
What?
He told me about this and I totally blocked it out.
Is he so upset because...
He's upset because one of his cats ran away.
No, he's upset because he saw Lobster Johnson fall to the floor almost dead, and that's his role model.
I think he's more upset because one of his cats ran away. Anyhow, so because there's still an enemy on the board, we can't do the rest phase or take time phase. And then we go on to the doom phase. So Brady, do your doom.
Ambush. Advancing from the doom track. Spawn a minion C in the lead agent's area.
So it's me, and the minion C is that machine gun right there again. He's back. But that's it. He don't activate, right?
No.
All right. So now we're on to the end phase. So I get my refresh cubes back. Now Brady, take your orange die and roll it. Now if you got a 2, you're back.
Nope.
It's blank. Unfortunately, Lobster Johnson is out for this round, and we're on to the enemy phase. This is not looking good at all.
Or,
Brady.
you know, you could just let me re-roll it just because, you know. Oh.
No, we got to play by the rules as much as we can. So on to the enemy phase. Now he's going
only
to
get a melee attack.
Yeah, he's only going to melee, and HellBoy has his defense, and he don't have any restrictions from his wound, so he gets 3 orange dice to defend. Okay, HellBoy's got to defend this.
There's all the 2s that I needed.
So,
I think you don't take anything.
no, HellBoy's pretty good. What is his melee? 3, right?
Yeah.
So then that would be that. So don't he die because I double whacked him?
No, you didn't.
I know. But he don't take any damage. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha.
Look at all the 2s.
Now, this guy has to move.
He moves 2.
He moves 2. So he's going here, and he still got line of sight to HellBoy to shoot. So that ends the enemy phase. What HellBoy's gonna do is he swings around. He's like, you can't sneak up on me. And he's gonna punch him with his hand. He's not using a big right hook though. He's just going to do a wacko and try to hit him. So 1 energy cube is spent.
Action cube.
Yeah, action cube. Wrong game. Anyhow, let's go. And
I think,
ooh. So that's 6 minus 1 is 5.
He's dead.
So HellBoy has, I think, did he obliterate him already?
Yeah,
He's got
he's
5
dead.
health? Are you sure?
He has 5 health.
Nice. So you gone. Space dust. Or HellBoy dust. Alright. So that is that one. Now, HellBoy's got 2 more action cubes left. I might actually interact with that
Alright,
for the second one. What way do we like? You know what? We played this yesterday, and I can't remember what that tomb does, but we'll find it.
Right now.
That's what HellBoy's going to do. He's spending an action cube to interact with that tomb, but you can see here that he has orange dice to interact, but he don't do it this time. It's different. So what he does is he just rolls this. Now, what does he have to get again, Brady?
A hit or 2 hits, and if he doesn't get any of those, then all the other effects
then
don't
the
matter.
doom track will move up.
Only if you roll a skull.
Okay, so you just jinxed me.
Yeah.
Here goes.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens. All right, I just
Do you want to
wasted
spend
one
another
on.
action cubes to do it?
I'm going to spend my other action cube, but I'm not going to interact again. I'm going to reload my pistol just for safety.
Oh.
Because it just... I have to do it. And because HellBoy's been pretty good so far. Like... Anyhow, let us continue on. There's no rest phase because the monster... There's an enemy on the board, so we're on to the Doom phase. So Brady, well, you got to read it.
It's the Bitter Memories one where you have to discard this card and then shuffle and then...
Okay,
draw
let me
it.
shuffle this time. This seems like it's popping up a little too regularly.
Just a short recording of him shuffling just to add some spice to the video.
I'm properly shuffling the deck of Doom cards because... Simple fact is you shuffled them last and that card popped up a little too soon. So they're all shuffled. Back in deck of Doom.
What did you get this time?
Blessing of the Ogdurum Hem. Advance the impending Doom track. All enemies on the board with the military tag immediately heal 2 damage. Oh, that sucks.
Well, here, look at this.
So it advances 1. Now, this here guy has a military tag because he's the Rifleman. It has a minion, military, and range. So he heals 2 damage. I don't like that. Anyhow, let's continue on.
Make a face for the thumbnail.
No, I already got the thumbnail for this one. Camera switch back again, and we are on to the end phase now. So Brady, if you
Come
get
on,
a 2...
Lobster Johnson.
It's blank. Lobster Johnson is out again.
Lobster, come on! I believe in you.
He is definitely called Lobster McGee now.
No!
That's twice he whiffed this.
Don't get mad at Lobster.
Okay, so we're back on to the next round, and it is the Antony Phase, and he's going to move up 2. So he's going 1, 2, and you can't shoot diagonally. So luckily, HellBoy is still safe because he is out of range.
Rifleman ignores all scenery, remember? He can shoot that. No,
there's no scenery for him to ignore. Sure. But in either case, that is all what happens. But he's catching up. So HellBoy's going to have to probably come around here to try and destroy him. Because if not, he's going to be in problems. If not, HellBoy... I keep hitting the camera. HellBoy is going to have to get at least here so that he only is going to have to do melee on HellBoy, and HellBoy's going to try to rest a little bit more. So this is a long take, but anyhow, 1 action cube for HellBoy is being spent, and HellBoy's going, "Bleh, bleh." Just like that. 2nd action cube.
I'm surprised your brother's going to shoot at him.
HellBoy, no.
Because if you shoot at him, he automatically takes 5 damage if you hit him.
Yeah, I know. That's a good idea.
But you know what? You're already there. It's okay.
No, I could
You're already there. You already spent the action cube.
I could just do that, because that's right, because I forgot about that. The range weapon, if the target is hit, it suffers 5 additional damage. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do. So now HellBoy is going to shoot, but he can't downgrade anymore because there's yellow for his shoot, so he gets yellow and the blue. Correction, I forgot that HellBoy shoot again, like I just said in the previous clip, is only yellow, so he's not going to do that. He just moved up and he's going to punch him because he's got more of a chance because the red dice have more pips onto it than what the yellow do. So he's going to try to punch him in the face.
Hey, Baldy.
Baldy? He's not bald, he has hair.
Yeah, I know, he's talking to himself.
I'm HellBoy. I do HellBoy's voice. Anyhow, he still gets a downgrade, so he gets 2 red.
2 downgrade.
And the yellow because of the 2 downgrade. And the blue, just like this. Come on, you can punch him. You can destroy him.
He only has a resilience of 1.
But he's got 3 health left. So,
yeah,
that's
he's
6
dead.
and 1 is 7. So it's 6.
He's dead.
Guess what? You are... Bah! HellBoy just destroyed him with that punch. He just punched him and... He is gonzo, just like that. All right.
Gonzo the Magician, like Gonzo the Muppet.
HellBoy has 1 more action cube left.
Is he going to spend it to heal himself?
That's what I'm thinking of doing. And do you know what this means, though, Brady? What? We can actually do a rest phase now.
Yeah, but
I don't think you should
use
But you're not going to be able to come back.
Yes, but impending doom will go up.
I don't care about that. I need you to be in the fight.
I might heal fully.
Hold on a second. Now, this here is just a little bit of information. Just say that I don't do a rest, and you keep whiffing on your rolls. When I do the confrontation, you're not in it with me. It's only going to be me fighting.
How about this? Don't do the rest phase this one time, and if I whiff my rolls, then you can do the rest phase. Fair?
No.
Come on, one time. And plus, both players have to agree to do rest phase.
No, they don't.
Yes, it
My
does.
last action cube, I am going to use, which is called my field dressing. Spend an action to heal 1 damage from your agent or another agent in your area, then discard this area. Discard, I should say. So that card is being discarded. HellBoy is going back this way. And that is it for HellBoy. There's nothing else, so we're going on to the take time phase, which he is doing. Brady had a little bit of a debate off camera, and he's like, I don't want to come back yet. I want to try to leave it to chance. But it does say in the book that if an agent is knocked out and it's during the rest phase and there's no enemies on the board, which you can see there's none on the board, they must take time. So therefore, Brady has no choice but to take time. So he's back on the board. And because he came back, he flipped over 3 of his wounds, or injuries to wounds. So there he only has 1 injury onto the board. Now, during this, the rest action, there's a couple of things that can be done. Either investigate, recuperate, or secure. So HellBoy is going to recuperate. So I take 2 red die and I roll them.
I'm going to be doing this as well, by the way.
And that's how much I heal.
4.
4. So this is what happens for HellBoy. So I flip over 1. I flip over 2. And then I take off 2 wounds. That's really good. That's very, very powerful thing that could happen. And I'm so glad that we were able to do that. So you can still take a rest too as well.
Yeah, I'm doing the recuperate.
So you're going to recuperate too as well. So go ahead. Hopefully you get a good roll.
The same thing. 4.
You got 4. So you flip over 1, 2, 3, 4. So you only have 1 wound now.
Yep.
Nice. So we're all in pretty good shape again, finally. But unfortunately, because we took time, the impending doom track gets shifted up 1 more. One thing I forgot to do because we took time, we're in the rest phase. I have my lucky charm card, which is here, but we're on this part here, and it tells me that when the agent takes time, roll a yellow die. On a blank, discard, otherwise flip it over. So I could get my luck back, potentially. No, it's blank, so my luck has definitely run out of this, so I discarded it, unfortunately.
Hellboy wasn't that lucky, isn't that?
Hellboy's all about luck.
Yeah.
All about luck.
Mean, he's been failing pretty badly.
Because he is too upset over his cat is gone missing.
Yeah.
Now we are on to, well, the end phase. We just got our action cubes back. Nothing else has to be done, so we're back on to the next round, and it's enemy phase, but as you can see, there's no enemies at all on the board. So then it's on to the agent phase. So Brady, do you want to go first, or do you want HellBoy to go first?
I'm going to spend 2 action cubes to go 1, 2, 3. And then
So-
I'm going to spend my final to interact with that.
Okay, so with the interact, you roll the blue die.
Yes, blue die. I need the blue die.
Got the beard, so nothing happens.
Nothing.
Alright, so that is your 3 action cubes are done. Now it's HellBoy's turn. He's going to spend an action cube too as well, and he's going to go 1, 2. He's going to spend another one to interact, so hopefully one of us will be able to open this tomb and read it. Yes!
The interaction...
So the information gather goes up 2. I get another one of these. And then this tomb is discarded.
No, it stays there.
Are you sure?
It does not go away.
Just double checking the book for that, because that is... I thought it gets discarded. It don't get discarded. Alright, so I'm going to spend my last action cube then. And I'm going to interact with it yet again. Here goes. Come on, let me do it again. Times 2, so nothing happens.
Nothing.
Oh, okay, so that ends both of the agent's turn, and then we are on to the rest phase. Are we going to take a rest phase?
Yes, we're going to take another rest
Okay,
phase.
so with the rest phase, we're going to heal before we move the impending doom track. So Brady, you go ahead first and roll your 2 red die. Hopefully you're going to heal that last one. You did, you just got 1. So you're at full health with Lobster McGee.
Here, put these back then.
So that's good. So now, I'm going to do the same thing. I got to get at least a score of 4. I got a score of nothing. Look at that. Ah, HellBoy! So HellBoy fails to do that. So now, on top of that, we are going to move the impending doom track to B, and now I'm going to read that card B. Or E, is it E or B?
E.
E, okay, one moment. So Brady has the case file. Now, how we know about this is because the impending doom track went up to the marker E, and the other E was on the card, so then that gets discarded, and then Brady's going to read the case file. What case file number is it again?
315497.
Okay, read it then.
I'm just going to skip for the reaction marker because we already know it was there, right?
Yes.
It says, if the impending doom marker reaches the trigger marker, or if all the agents are knocked out at the same time, skip to the end phase, flip this card at the end phase.
Okay, so first the end phase happens now. And with the end phase, we just get our action cubes back.
And then it flips.
Alright.
A horrific, screeching noise suddenly echoes around the castle walls, following by the sounds of gunfire and shouting, "Oh, come on, when will these crazies learn to leave the intergalactic horrors well enough alone? Discard this card and flip the one beneath it and resolve it."
Okay, so give me this one that you're just discarding. So this one gets discarded.
The lead agent sets up the Conqueror Worm so that it
the Conqueror Worm?
Yeah.
Oh, I painted that guy. He's scary, but go ahead. Continue on first.
Conqueror Worm so it obeys the following rules. It must be as far away as possible from any agents. It must be in a room with 4 areas.
Okay.
As far away from any agent.
But it's got to be an explored room, right?
It just says as far away from any agent. Must be as far as possible from any agents. It must be in a room with 4 areas. If possible, the room should be unexplored.
Should be unexplored.
If possible.
Okay, that's no big deal. We can do that.
If possible, the room should be unexplored. Discard the encounter card in that room. When they set up a minion, then they set up a minion A and minion B and minion C in one of the other areas of the Conqueror's Worm's room. Then the lead agent flips over any remaining face-down encounter cards one at a time, setting up each one before flipping the next.
I don't like this. So this entire board is going to be pretty filled with some bad Nazis.
From the sound of it, you're facing off against something massive, but as you spot a crate of high explosives in the corner of the room, you realize you maybe don't need to tackle it head on. Put a marker cube on each of the 4 area room tiles. Discard this card, then discard the case file cards until you reach the last one.
So what we'll do then is we'll set everything up and we'll be back. This is starting to be pretty scary, and you'll see the Conqueror Worm, how dangerous that looks. Oh, this was a lot of setup for this now, because we're in the confrontation phase. You can see the board is totally populated, which is a scary thing. And just to get a closer look at the Conqueror Worm, there he is, pretty scary. He just towers over the other miniatures. Very, very bad. Let's look at his stats before we go on and talk about each of the rooms. Here's the card for the Conqueror Worm. It's a boss. And moves 1, resilience of 4, health of 25, range of 0, range attack is 0, but melee attack is 12. That's really scary. He can pretty much finish it off with 1 attack. Colossal. This enemy takes up the space of 4 characters in its area. It cannot be stunned or hurled. Relentless. Before drawing a behavior card, move this enemy 1 area towards the nearest agent. Use target priority if necessary. If its area already contains an agent, it makes a melee attack instead. So he could destroy the agents in just 1 blow because he's a pretty darn big monster. Let's go in and take a close-up of each of these rooms where it's told to spawn. So let's start off with this one here. So you can see there's a clue token, a scenery 2, we got a knifer, we got a machine gunner, we got a jerk bird, and a clue. And this black cube represents one of the charges. And on top of that, there's some special rules for this room. And that is confounding darkness. When an agent moves into this room, they must either take 1 damage or discard an action cube. And look at that. This is in one of the rooms, so we're going to take damage or discard an action cube for that. Let's go on to this one. So we got the jerk bird, clue, rifleman, and the officer. There's no other special thing into there. Into the Conqueror Worm, we got him, we got the knife guy, we got a machine gunner, and a rifleman. And you can also see this is another one for the charge. But this one here doesn't get flipped over because it's told just to remove it. So I'm just going to take that out of the game completely. Back there, we have rifleman, machine gun, another rifleman. We also got the cube there for the charge, and we also have, which is
comms array.
Comms array. Now with that comms array, do you want to read that card, Brady, for the comms array? Comms array. With this scenery, when the scenery is set up, put a marker cube on it. When an agent interacts with this scenery, they test examine. On a score of 2 or less, they draw unwanted attention. Set up a minion B in the starting area. On a score of 6 or more, remove the marker cube and then look at 1 face down encounter card before returning it face down to the room. Once the cube has been removed, the scenery can no longer be interactive with. Now the thing is we're not going to interact with this because there's no encounter cards that we're going to have to worry about. So that is kind of like null and void, I guess you could say. But that's what is there. And in the next room here, we have a Rifleman, Knife, Frog Swarm, and a Machine Gun. And we also have Scenery 1. And there's also a special one there. What does that say, Brady, for the card?
A sentry post. Roll a yellow die for each minion in this room. On a 1, they immediately activate as though it were the enemy phase.
So we're going to have to do that now. But before we do, just so that we're going to swing this here, the only thing happened here was that this here is one of the detonator charges. So it's in our area, which is at least we got a little bit of bonus. And you can see this here is a point of interest 1. Frog Swarm and a Rifleman right here, and we got a bookcase. And the bookcase got some special rules, I think, into it. We'll double check that before we continue on. Because there's a bookshelf, you put 2 clue counters onto it, and when you pick these up, it would move the information gather track, but the problem is we don't even have the information gather track anymore because we're on to confrontation. And same with this really don't apply now because we're in a confrontation stage, and because of that is just ignored. But that is all of the rooms. Everything is set up.
So now we gotta roll for these guys.
Yes, we're gonna have to roll for that. But one thing I forgot to say about this is in this room is if the Frog Swarm in this room is still on the board in the end phase, replace it with a rampaging frog monster. So if this frog stays here at the end phase, it is gone, and a rampaging frog monster is put in its place. Now, we have to roll a yellow die for this.
Each enemy.
Oh, to see if they're activated.
Yeah.
Okay, so start off with let's do the Rifleman first.
Yep.
So he's activated?
Yep.
And his
move is 2. So he's going to move here and shoot. And he's going to shoot at you because you're in top.
Because I am the target priority. So
he does a range attack of 7.
So we got to deal with him first. So let's roll HellBoy's defense here because he has defense of 3 orange because he don't have...
Actually, you have an orange and 2 yellow because of the jerk birds.
Oh, that's right. Because what the jerk birds are on the board... So it downgrades dice. So I get 2 yellow and an orange. I forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me, Brady. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's see if HellBoy's going to take any damage. This is not looking good at all. This whole setup is just crazy. Okay, of course. So I blocked 1. And how much damage does he do?
He does 7.
7. Okay.
Also, where's the Rifleman?
Hold on.
Defend.
So 7, so that's 1... 2, because he does 8 damage in total, right?
7.
Okay, so it's 6, because I rolled 1.
Yes, but you got a skull.
Yes, and I took off the 1, so I get 1.
Oh, okay.
So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is just not looking good at all. Alright, so then let's do the knife wielding guy, yeah.
He activates.
So he activates, and his movement is 2.
He's gonna attack me this time.
Yep, because I'm pushed back in target priority because of the threat level.
But
so,
it's not too bad. He only does 5 melee.
And you have 3 yellow and the blue?
And I don't get any downgrades. He can't downgrade.
No, you can't downgrade yellow. That's right.
2 times 0 is still 0.
So you still take damage.
Take 5.
You take 5 damage. So Brady, I gotta give you your wounds for that.
Yeah.
There's Brady's damage, and he flipped over 1 because it was 5 damage, and he gets a -1 to the defense. But the thing is he's already at the lowest for defense. Nothing else will happen. And now we are going to have to activate...
We're gonna have to see if he activates.
The machine gun, or at least try.
No, he doesn't activate.
He don't?
No.
Oh, I'm kind of zoomed in, sorry. So he didn't activate because he rolled a blank, so he is fine. The Frog Swarm is only there...
Now it's the enemy phase because it was the end phase when we set all this up. So now it's the enemy phase. And then they're going to activate again.
Yeah. So let's start off with the fur here. We'll activate everything except for what's in here. And maybe the machine gunner, we'll leave that to last. So let's do that off camera and we'll be back. One thing I forgot to record here is because we're on enemy phase, we have to do the Conqueror Worm first. So he was there, he moved into this, and then we draw a boss behavior card because there's no agents to do a melee attack, and Brady just drew it. So what's that boss behavior card
Unstoppable
called?
Advance.
So he's moving here, but there's a good thing about him moving there and a bad thing.
The boss moves towards the nearest area that contains any agents. Its exact path is chosen by the lead agent. Any minions, frog swarms, or scenery in that area it enters are destroyed. If it moves into an area containing any agent, it stops to make a melee attack.
So the frog swarm is destroyed, but now HellBoy is the lead agent. I couldn't really move him this way because it's not closer to any agent. We still have to go move closer. That's what the card said, right?
Yeah.
It's closer, so we had to move here. But it destroyed frog swarm, which is okay, but still.
Okay.
So now we have to start activating. So we'll activate everything except for these guys here, and then we'll be back. We just moved everybody. This is looking pretty bleak because they're all surrounding the agents now. Now, I said I wasn't going to move the guy here and here, but the thing is these two guys didn't move, and the one here, he did move in. So they're all here. He's here. He's here. So now, because they moved, they're going to be able to attack too as well. Hold on a second. This is just frustrating me because it looks like it's the end of the game already. A little bit of frustration that was going on there. I had to just pause the video because this is really overwhelming. Now, it is looking very bleak. I'm sure we're just going to end. Two of us are going to be knocked out. But if so, I did notice there is a difficulty rating that you can change in this game to make it easier or harder. So the next video that we're going to play is either going to be easier or we're going to add an extra player to see if that'll do anything. But in either case, we have to now deal with all of this being attacked. So we have to go from A, B, C, and D. So number A is first, so it's the Rifleman. This Rifleman is going to shoot at poor HellBoy, and HellBoy has his defense of 3 orange and the blue dot, but because the jerk birds are there, I get downgrades. Here goes. So that's 2 times 1 is 2. So the Riflemen have range.
Attack of 7, so you're knocked out.
Brady, you can't do math properly.
You're knocked out.
No, I'm not knocked out.
Yes, you
no.
are. Yes.
No, because let's look. So I blocked 2, so that's 5. So this goes whoop, whoop, and HellBoy. What was that?
HellBoy screaming.
Why you lay me down? It's in the confrontation stage.
I know,
Remove.
he got punched so hard that he got shot at so much that he got knocked out. So
anyhow, so this Rifleman has activated. So I'm just going to lay him on the side just to let us know that he activated. And then we go to the next Rifleman, which is here. And that means that he's going to be shooting at poor
Lobby.
Lobster Boy. Lobster McGee.
It's Lobster Johnson.
Okay, go ahead, Brady.
Nope.
Oh,
But
that.
I have to reroll that because of my warning talents.
Oh, so what happens there when you roll the
Vengeance!
It's on defense. You're defending. So what happens?
The attacker would take 2 damage.
He would take 2 damage?
Yeah, so he's going down in a flame of glory.
A flame of glory?
A blaze of glory.
A blaze of glory. So he would take 2 damage, but poor Lobster Boy
He shot at him one last time before
would be knocked out. I'm just going to place HellBoy on the battlefield too as well. And there you have it, Board Game Maniacs. That is the end of the 2nd episode for HellBoy, the board game by Mantic Games. This game is very enjoyable, and I hope we're playing it right. The rules seem like we're playing. Doesn't it seem like we're playing it right, Brady?
I think so.
Yeah. So it's kind of frustrating because we're yet to win a game at this, and we play like 1 or 2 games off camera. And we still fail to as well at that. But, hey, it's not all about winning. It's about having fun. What are you doing with the worm?
He's eating us.
He's eating us. He's devouring us.
Yeah, he's consuming.
But Hellboy and Lobster Boy is not done. Because they're just gone back to recuperate and to play another episode. But
yes, but they're gonna be pooped out in worm feces.
Oh, lovely, Brady.
Yeah, I know.
Here's a question for you, though, Brady. Now, this game was a little challenging, this mission. A little more than the other one, because when we got to the conquering part, it just was so much. Our next one, okay, do you want to downgrade it to lesser difficult, or do you want to add another player?
Add another player, I think.
Or do you want to play the same mission with adding another player?
No, play a different mission with adding another player.
That's what you want to do? All right, well, that's what we're going to do. I'd say comment down below and let us know what you want us to do, but this will be out well after we finish recording all of the episodes for this theme month for Hellboy the board game. But that don't stop you from commenting down below, because I still want you to comment, because I can guarantee we're going to revisit this game in the future, especially because we got to try to beat at least one of them. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's crazy fun. It's difficult, but I'm having a lot of fun doing this. So we may have to just pick different characters and everything for the next one, because we want to try out other ones. I think I might leave Hellboy in the infirmary for next game, so that he can kind of get some resting going on.
I'm not going to be able to pick Lobster Johnson next time, because my theory is that since we're knocked out in the enemy's territory, they definitely will not be coming back.
Well, you never know, right?
Especially since they're Nazis.
But that doesn't mean they could have been infiltrated and other BRPD agents come in and rescue them.
Yeah, okay.
You don't know that.
We infiltrated them and we died.
We didn't die. We got knocked out. There's a difference.
We're dead.
In either case, I hope you enjoyed this Board Game Maniacs. I certainly did. Brady seems like he did a lot too as well, even though that we kind of just failed the second mission. But in either case, awesome, fun. So until next time, Board Game Maniacs, try to fight off them Nazis and get away from that Conqueror Worm. And most importantly of all, and that is, be a maniac.
Don't be worms.
Hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to keep up to date with Board Game Maniacs, click on the like and subscribe button to be notified when more videos come available. If you want to become an official sponsor of Board Game Maniacs, go to patreon.com/BoardGameManiacs. Or you can go to streamlabs.com/BoardGameManiacs1. That's right, and you can donate to help keep the lights on, keep food in our bellies, and play more games. We'll purchase more games, more equipment to make Board Game Maniacs evolve and get bigger and larger. Because of you, the viewers, I thank you from the bottom of my toes to the top of my head for all of your support. And until next time, Board Game Maniacs, be a maniac.